They're the two men pursued by a US justice system for what it calls a litany of heinous and barbaric crimes. Alexander Cote and El Shafi El Sheikh were two of the ISIS group dubbed the Beatles. It was no term of affection. Hostages recognised their British accents and their part in a group that tortured prisoners and beheaded them on camera for propaganda videos. It was the same group that included Mohammed Emwazi, notoriously dubbed Jihadi John. He was assassinated by US military forces in 2015. A fourth member of the gang has been jailed in Turkey. Cote and El Sheikh were interviewed by Sky News in custody in Iraq. Ruthless, yet remorseless.
You have nothing to say to families that would just lost their husbands who were actually doing aid work?
Not specifically, no, I don't have anything to say to them.
The pair's arrival in the United States to face prosecution comes after they were stripped of their British nationality. The UK handed over evidence it had gathered to the Americans after the US agreed not to pursue the death penalty.
Today's announcement is the result of many years of hard work in the pursuit of justice for these Americans. We have been inspired by their memories and moved by the determination and grit of their families. Families which will never rest until justice is done. To them, I say this, neither will we.
An 8-year legal pursuit of a prosecution has been welcomed by families of those who were killed.
Hopefully these men will implicate others and give us information about where the remains of our children are and many, many innocents, the British victims as well as innocent people in Syria.
David Haynes was a victim of ISIS, the British aid worker killed in 2014. His brother Mike called the latest developments a big win. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo tweeted, "We welcome the transfer of the ISIS Beatles to the United States to stand trial in a court of law. The United States will not rest until these alleged terrorists are held accountable for their crimes and justice is delivered to their victims' families." The two men deny the charges against them. In the past, they've claimed their involvement in ISIS was limited to ransom negotiations between hostages and their families and governments. But the indictment they face here ties them into a wider charge of hostage-taking and murder. It cites one example in 2014 of when they took 5 European hostages to witness the execution of a Syrian prisoner and turned to the Europeans and said, "You're next." They were two of America's most wanted, now safely delivered.